Kabbalah are a very simple concept in Kabbalah, but are very important. I'm going to give first an example. Imagine you are under the water and you have this snorkel. You can breathe, right? Let's say there is a possibility also to feed you throughout this same snorkel. So you can breathe and you can eat. Correct? What will happen if one day you're not able to eat correctly? Half of the food is not getting in. What's the problem? The problem is that something is wrong in the snorkel. Correct? Or you cannot breathe 100%. It's because this tube that you have, something is blocking the air. According to the Kabbalah, Rabotai, each one of us have this type of snorkel, a tube, a pipe. This pipe is connected straight to God. And God, throughout this pipe, is giving to all of us. Rabotai, what I'm saying to all of us, is the same exact amount. You have, I'm sorry. You have life. You can breathe. You have kids, parnasah, shalom. All the shefa, all the berachot are passing through this pipe. Until now, everything is okay? Good. Thank you. So now, the Mekubalim are saying, this pipe that is connected, let's say, to God, and straight up we're getting all these berachah, pass throughout 4 different stages, 4 different levels. In the words of the Mekubalim, it's called olamot. Olamot, worlds. Those olamot are taking this berachah and they're making it narrow, more narrow, more narrow, until it will get to you. And therefore, those olamot are called olam. One second. Olam ha'atzilut, olam beriah, olam yitzira, and olam ha'asiyah. Olam ha'atzilut, starting with Aleph, Atzilut, Aleph, one, unique, is God. Is the world that, if we want to understand it, is the world where God is giving you all the benefits that you will get. This is called Olam ha'atzilut. The last world, Olam ha'asiyah, making, is our world. Right? We are in Olam ha'asiyah. And in these 4 worlds, this pipe is passing, right? And we're getting certain type of we are reducing these good benefits that we're getting from God. Now listen. According to the Mekubalim, goes like this. Every single world have a power. Have an in charge for this power. This world, who is in charge of this world? The Mekubalim are explaining the one who is in charge over here is the mazal. Is the luck. You know what's luck? Luck, it's stars. You can read throughout the stars what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. Like we saw by Paro, right, that it was asking about who is going to save up Moshe Rabbeinu, if it's going to be a boy or a girl, and he told him exactly what's going to happen. This is in this world. It's called Mazal. There is the world that is on top of it. What's the name of the world that is on top of it? So we explain is the world of Yetzirah. Who is in charge of this world? Say the Mekubalim, the angels, Malachim. That's why the Gemara in Masechet Baba Kama writes that every single person in the world have an angel that is protecting him. Who is this angel? What are we talking about? Is this second world. And then you have the world that is on top. The one before God's world. Let's call it this way. Who is in charge of this world? The Mekubalim are explaining our own neshama. Your neshama have the power to manage this world. Now we're going to try to understand everything. Rabotai, are we able to change our mazal? Yes or no? The answer is depending which world you are holding. The lowest world, it's called Olam Asiyah, because everything is so material, so low, that if we want to talk about 3 levels of our neshama, we have nefesh, ruach, and neshama. Nefesh is the lowest one. Animals also have nefesh. Nefesh is the life, is a regular life. An animal have life. An animal have temptations, have desires. If you stick to your desires or your animal desires, you stick to this world, guess what? Whoever is determining what's going to happen with you is the mazal. But then there is a higher level. There are people that they're not so into it, materialism. They're more maybe spiritual. They get into the world that is up. It's called Olam HaYetzirah. And this world, who is controlling it? We say the angels. This world represents nefesh, ruach. You know what's ruach? Ruach is the power of speech. Animals have ruach, they don't. A goy have a ruach? Yes, he have. Meaning the goy and the Jew, both of them have the power of speech, have the power of ruach, spiritual power, and this power have a good and a bad. Example, kavod, honor. Animals are looking for kavod. I never saw fighting between animals who's going to get more and more respect. Nah, who cares? They don't care about kavod. The ones that are caring about kavod are human beings. If you stick into the world of kavod, of honor, you're sticking that world, that whoever is in charge of that world are the malachim, are the angels. But there is a higher level. Nefesh, ruach, and neshama. Rabotai, neshama applies only to Am Yisrael. Neshama is the level that is depending, you are on top, above the feeling of kavod. What is neshama? You know what's neshama? Neshama, Chachamim are explaining it, it's called emet. Do you live a life of truth or you live a life of comfort? Rabotai, all what we do, we have 2 sides. Or comfort, or emet. A guy that lives a life of emet can live also a life of comfort. Same thing, the opposite. But you know where is the moment of test? When you will have to sacrifice one of the 2. Which one you will sacrifice first? There are people that, you know what? I'm coming to shul, I'm praying, but if there is a big issue, listen, shul is number 2. I have things that are more important. Could be whatever it is. Could be family, could be my job, could be whatever it is. This is type of people that they leave comfort above truth. There are people that they leave truth about comfort. You know what that means? I'm going to give you an example. I had someone that I know that his daughter wanted to, he's a religious family, very religious in Israel. The daughter wanted to go with all her friends to a pool in Israel. Kosher pool, separated, no problem of tzniut. Now in Israel, you don't have pools like over here, mashallah, every single house, every single building. You know, the pool for the whole entire neighborhood. They decided to go to that pool. The daughter of this guy that I know told her dad, Daddy, I want to go to the pool that day. Do you allow me? He says, I would love to. But I have a question. What about Shabbat? So what do you mean Shabbat? I'm not going on Shabbat. He says, yeah, I understand, but they open on Shabbat. But Daddy, you told us that there is no halachic issue about that, if they open on Shabbat or not. You're right, but tell me something. If someone, will curse your dad and mom, and you have a store, grocery store, you will buy in that store? How you can go to a place that they announce we open on Shabbat? But this girl, they didn't know what to do. She said, listen, all my friends are also religious like you, Dad, like me. And they go. This friend of mine told her, listen, you know what? I'm not going to, maybe you're right. Let's ask a rabbi. But I want you to choose a rabbi. She said, no, Daddy, you can choose the rabbi, whoever you want. And the dad told her, you know what? I'm going to choose this rabbi. What do you think about him? Very big chacham, Bnei Berak. She laughed and she said, Daddy, it's not good for you to go to that rabbi. I said, why? Because the one that organized the whole trip, his granddaughter. So, Rabbi, Daddy, going to that rabbi is not going to be the best idea for you. He says, you know what? I will go dafka to this rabbi. I want to hear it. And he went. And he went to the rabbi, and he planted the whole situation. And he asked him, Rabbi, I don't know if I'm doing good to be on top of my daughter. Maybe it's not, I'm not supposed to be so strict. The rabbi said, listen, it's good what you're doing, and please tell your daughter not to go. Bemet, it's not correct to go. Tell her not to go. So then, this guy asked the rabbi, but Chacham, I'm going to tell my daughter not to go, but what about your granddaughter? Your granddaughter is organizing the whole trip. And the rabbi, you know what he answered him? He says, you're right. The thing is that she didn't come to ask me. Your daughter came to ask. So if she will come to ask me, I will tell her the same thing. Rabotai, you know what that means to leave emet instead of to leave comfort? 1 point. When you have one option to be very comforted with all your friends, with whatever situation will be, and you're ready to give up from this comfort, to do whatever is correct to do, you're living a life of emet. You're living a life of neshama. You're living in such a level that in this level you're able to change your own mazal. The end of the story happened that the rabbi told this father, and he told him, listen, go and tell your daughter not to go. And if she will not go, she will be zocheh to have a chatan, a boy, talmid chacham muflag, a great talmid chacham. He says, you can ask my daughter, he told me. You can ask my daughter if she got really the talmid chacham or not. I will not tell you. You can ask her. But one thing I want you to know, you have the power to change your mazal depending in which world you live. If you live in a world that is totally temptations and materialistic, you cannot change anything. Whatever is fixed is fixed. If you're living in a world that everything is kavod, also is depending on the angels. You're not controlling it. But if you live in a world that you live emet, you live truth, then you will have the power to control your own mazal and to change it, because en mazal leIsrael. Only Am Yisrael, they have no mazal. The goy have a mazal, that's it, they cannot change it. Am Yisrael, they are above the mazal because Am Yisrael have the emet. כי נתננו תורתו, תורת אמת. ברוך אדוני לעולם, אמן ואמן. רבי יחניה בן הגשם מלצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לצקות את הסלע, לפיכך ליבנה עם תורה מצות שנאמר.